Thank you for tuning in today, everyone. I am so excited to be introducing my guest, Tara Lipinski. She needs no introduction, but I will do it anyway. She is a figure skating icon, Olympic gold medalist, and television presenter extraordinaire who is now the host of Wedding Talk on the Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming service. So thanks for being with us today, Tara.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So I have had the privilege of watching several episodes of Wedding Talk. I think it's a great show. Just tell the people watching today who maybe aren't as familiar in your own words, what is Wedding Talk all about?
Well, it's a great show because I feel like there really hasn't been anything quite like it in the wedding space. It covers every single different aspect you can think of wedding in this show. And so whether you are a couple planning to get married or you're just like me who is married and loves event planning or loves love and the show is for you just because there is every different type of wedding you can think of. We take you on every adventure, big and small. We'll take you on isolated weddings where people are getting married and there's a volcano erupting behind them with just, a wedding party of 4 people. Or we'll take you to the luxurious, outrageous weddings, and then we'll also do a simple backyard wedding. And each episode is themed out where we really concentrate on one type of wedding, and then we dive in and we get to meet the couples, and that's my favorite part, to get to know their love story, their background, and then why they choose that wedding and how they make it so personalized and special to their own love story.
I mean, some of these weddings are incredible. I saw the episode with the volcano wedding. I was thinking to myself, if I got an invitation to a wedding at a volcano, how would I RSVP? I might have to think about that one. But
Right. Yeah, I know. I would be like, is it safe? Are we sure it's okay? Like, we're going to step on the lava. What happens?
yeah, so you've had a really incredible career, not just as a figure skater, but also as a television presenter. You've covered the Olympics, you've hosted cooking competition series. So, what drew you to this project about weddings?
It just felt like a really great match just because I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I loved planning my own wedding. I had the wedding blues when it was over, and wish I could have just done it over and over again. So I get to relive that through all of these couples on the show. And I think, as a host, like you said, I've obviously covered the spectrum when it comes to different types of events, whether it's a skating event or a cooking show or a cooking competition or the Kentucky Derby or the Super Bowl or Wedding Talk. So I feel like for me, hosting is my job, but I feel really lucky and privileged when I get to work, with a crew, with a cast, and with a company like I do with Wedding Talk, just because it's family. It feels so great to be able to, host something that's just heartwarming and feel good, and people can turn it on and just watch these people's love stories, get great ideas for their own events or weddings. And then, I get to do it with José Rolón and Jove Meyer, who are our wedding planners, and they give us all the tips, all the tricks, all the trends that we should be looking for. So it's informational, it's heartwarming, and it's just a really fun show to be part of.
Yeah, it's definitely a show. Sometimes you need the tissues because there
Yeah,
are a lot of heartwarming stories in it as well.
I know. I had a Kleenex box right next to me, just crying those happy tears.
Yeah. So in watching all these different, wedding videos from across the world, what are some that really stood out to you and maybe some takeaways that you had just from observing all these different weddings?
There were so many incredible weddings that I absolutely loved. And it's funny, like I said, I planned my wedding a long time ago, and I wish, I come home to my husband after filming and I'd be like, why didn't we do this? And I have this notebook now of ideas that if we do a vow renewal or plan an event that we have to add these. But I think what I take away from these weddings, like I said, is just the couple's story, because obviously there's so many different types of weddings. And I think that's what I really love about the show is it's not just a traditional type of wedding that we take you to and we see it over and over again. we really go across the board to try to tap into every different style, every different type of wedding on any type of budget. And then it's really the love story that makes it so special. And I think also what surprised me about this show is, when you think wedding videos, you think, oh, like your uncle in the back row filming the wedding, and it isn't. I stopped calling it videos; it's films, because it is cinematic. It is so thoughtful and creative, and it really shows the couple and their personalized story that will last a lifetime, and that's the memory. I think for so long, wedding pictures, your photographer, obviously still important, but you get so excited to see that in your email after the wedding's over. But now you have this film that you were such a huge part of, and you had these incredible artists help create this film that will last forever. So I think that's what struck me when we started filming the show, is just these wedding films are outrageous. It feels like you're watching a movie.
Yeah, very cinematic. Just really just awe-inspiring what they do with this wedding photography and videography.
It truly is. So there's been so many different parts of the show that, whether, like I said, you're a couple getting married and you want to hear Jose and Jove tell you what's trending, what's not, what to stay away from, all the tricks, or it's you want to, just fall in love with these couples, or you just want to watch cinematic, incredible film that takes place all across the world. The show has definitely got you covered.
Yeah, definitely works as that escapism just as much as it works as a thing with tips and advice for a wedding. So really, I think a lot of people can watch it and enjoy it.
I agree. It's been a special show to be a part of, and it's lighthearted. It's fun. Jose and Jove are the best co-hosts. They are hilarious, and we have so much fun together on set. So, it's one of those things that when you sit down and you host something, and I've done that many times, you just realize, wow, this is working. This feels great. And it feels like the content that we're producing, is meaningful. So for me, that's all that I could ask for.
Yeah. So for people that are watching that are maybe planning a wedding, like my niece who's getting married in a few months, what do you think is the secret ingredient that creates a memorable wedding, not just for the couple, but for the friends and family that are coming to the ceremony as well?
I think, the biggest takeaway is you really can't do anything right or wrong. It is so personalized to who you are and to your story and what you want to sort of portray, and to let your family and friends in on that special day. So I feel like that's what I love about the show, is that you really can't go wrong. And it proves it over and over again every time that you're watching one of these episodes, that these small little inside jokes or these small moments that are so unique to your story, your love story, that's what people love to watch. That's what, when people ask me what's my favorite part of a wedding, I love a party, but it's usually the vows, or it's that special moment between the couple that, you just get to escape life and realize, we're all on this big planet together, just, doing the best we can. But love is that magic that keeps it all going.
Yeah. Love keeps it all going. So, heading into Valentine's Day, definitely a great time to reflect on that. So I don't want to keep up too much of your time. I am so thankful that you talked with me today. So just to close out, just kind of let people know where they can watch Wedding Talk.
Yes. So the first 5 episodes actually dropped a few months ago, and they're on Crackle. But the second half of our series, the last 5 episodes, just dropped a few days ago, and you can watch that on Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming app. So it's Chicken Soup TV. You pull that up; it's free. You can see all of our episodes, and then of course we'll let you know when it moves on and where else you can find it. But Crackle and Chicken Soup for the Soul. So the great part about it is it's free, and yeah, now you got all the episodes right in time for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so can't beat free. So
it's true.
Yeah, a little cheaper than the weddings, maybe.
But... Yep, exactly.
All righty. So thanks again, Tara. Have a good one.
Thank you so, so much.